Hey guys, welcome back. Here's a part 3, I guess, to my build series that I'm trying to start up. In case you guys haven't seen, the 79 Corvette. I'm putting a LS motor in it. Got tired of the old small block Chevys. So if you want to get caught up to the build series, I guess, just watch my other 2 videos. I literally just started, so I haven't gotten that far. Yeah, here we are. Got the motor torn down. It's a 4.8. I was originally going to bore it out to a 5.7. I have a LS1 crank right underneath there and LS1 rods and everything in there. I was really going to do that, but I decided that the bottom end in this 4.8 was in such good condition and it ran perfectly fine, had plenty of oil pressure, that I'm just going to leave it as is for now. And if I blow it up, then I'll have it bored out and put the LS1 crank and rods and everything in there. So pretty much I'm going to be doing a 4.8 swap. I've been reading up on a few builds on the internet, and I was looking at one, I think I was on Super Chevy actually, that where they made 430 horsepower out of a 4.8 with basic bolt-ons and a little bit of head work. So I'm going to get my heads milled down a little bit. It'll bump up the 4.8 compression to 10.5 to 1 with factory pistons, taking off a few thousandths of the head. So I think that with a pretty decent cam from BTR and all the Holly and Edelbrock equipment on the top for the carb setup, I think it'll be doing pretty well. Yeah, anyway, so here's where I'm at. Got the motor torn down, cam out. Inspected the cam bearings, they all look pretty decent. There's a little wear on one of the ones in the back, but nothing to be worried about. Yeah, so I just started cleaning some of the pistons. I wouldn't necessarily say it's 100%. You really have to do that, but I guess it's just something I want to do. While I'm at it, I'm going to try and clean them off. You can see they're pretty dirty. But on a good note, in the cylinders, where it is, I'm trying to focus, you can still see the factory cross-hatching in the cylinders. So, I mean, it had 60 pounds of oil pressure when it was running. It ran fine besides when that valve spring broke. So, like I said, I should be fine with just cleaning it up, throwing new gaskets in it, you know, bolt-on cam, everything, and throwing it back together, hopefully making some decent power on it, and definitely have a lot more reliability and shave a few pounds off from this factory 350. The motor is pretty dirty when I got it, as you guys can see in the first video. So this stuff right here, all it is purple power in a bottle. It's concentrated. You can water it down. I wouldn't recommend watering it down. It works a lot better when you don't water it down, but yeah, it's right here, just plain old purple power, industrial strength cleaner, degreaser. It works really great. Get it at AutoZone for about $12 a jug. It'll last a decent amount of time. So I got the front and rear covers all cleaned up pretty well, about as good as it's gonna get. Back to the aluminum, not caked with oil. Front, same thing, pretty good. As you can see, that's what it looked like before. Pretty dirty, what I would say, but I guess it's common for an engine. I guess I was in a truck. Cylinder heads, definitely cleaned those up pretty well. They I was pretty surprised. I really didn't do any scrubbing, and exhaust ports, all that grime washed right out. Got most of the grease and stuff off of it. I still got a little bit left to do, like right in these corners, but overall they're pretty well. Did the valve, clean the valve covers too. I'm just trying to have as clean as possible. I mean, that's about as clean as I think it's gonna get. Did a little scrubbing in the actual top of the head where all the valve springs are and everything. Like I said, it's a budget build. I'm trying to keep it cost friendly and at the same time make decent power with what I can. I think it should be fine. These factory heads, they flow fine. LS's flow fine stock. They're just a really good design. I might do some home porting by myself, like do like a gasket to match port, like trace out a gasket and then port to the gasket, for those of you who aren't aware. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. LS 4.8. I'm gonna go with a BTR stage 4 cam. Keep the flat tops. I was gonna change the bottom end, but it ran fine. The guy put an oil pump in it about 2,000 miles ago, so there's really no need to upgrade the oil pump. It had 60 pounds of pressure at idle, so I mean that's more than enough. And like I said, all the cylinders are in very good shape. If I can get it to focus, I mean you can see that's pretty good. Not just that one, all of them. I mean, so me and my buddy that I talked to, he just told me, he said he would just, if he was me, he said he would just run it as is, just bolt it back together, throw the parts I can in there, get it going. God forbid it blows up in the future, then I'll bore it out to make it an iron LS1. I mean, really, if you're trying to save cost, I mean, having the crank turn, I'd say about 150. Having the pistons pressed on the rods, it might be another 50. I'm not really sure. It kind of starts to add up pretty quick. Rings, of course. If you need new pistons, that's another $300. So I couldn't reuse the LS pistons, but if I wanted to, I could just make it a 5.3 with the LS1 cranking rods. But I mean, I'm not gonna go through that kind of trouble right now. I'm trying to keep it simple, make it short.